Hello again, 307, class 307. Are you ready? All right, let's continue with Inés Garcia and her day, today, Su día de hoy. Yes, using the present perfect, presente perfecto, casi almost every sentence in this text almost every sentence contains the present perfect. You need to read these aloud in voz alta. Now, in the website, creo que puedes acceder a los audios. Con voz, una lectura con voz americana, otra con voz inglesa, británica. So, with this. Let's go one reading again, and then dissect one by one. Inés Garcia has had a difficult day today. She's attended 2 meetings with her colleagues in the law firm. She's gone to the courthouse twice to defend 2 different labor cases. And she's given a lecture on labor law to first-year law students at the University of Seville. She's had to do all these things in a period of 8 hours. Because of this, she hasn't had time to do 3 other things that need her attention. She hasn't had time today to buy a birthday present for her boyfriend, whose birthday is the day after tomorrow. Pasado mañana, the day after tomorrow. She hasn't had time either to make an appointment with the dentist to repair a crown that broke yesterday. Finally, she hasn't had time to do the most important thing, which is to talk to Francois Monet, the young man from Paris whom she met in the car accident 2 weeks ago. He left a message on her mobile phone this morning while she was in one of the meetings at the law firm. She's tried 3 times today to call him, but his line has been busy all day. She's spoken to him twice. She has. She's spoken to him twice since the accident, and he's invited her to Paris. Wow. Francois is going too fast. She spent 3 days in Paris with her parents when she was 11 years old. But since then, she hasn't had the opportunity to go back. She's been thinking a lot about Francois in the past 2 weeks, or in the last 2 weeks. And she's made the decision to start learning French. She hasn't told her boyfriend anything yet. Okay. But Francois speaks Spanish. Francois habla español como un buen francés. She doesn't need to learn French, but she's decided to learn French. Okay, what has Inés had today? What has she had? She's had a difficult day. Ha tenido un día difícil, complicado. She's had. Me no, I haven't had a difficult day today. And Marta hasn't had a difficult day today. But Inés has had a difficult day today. She has had, pero yo hago la contracción. She's had a difficult day today. She's attended 2 meetings. She hasn't attended 3. And she hasn't attended only 1. She's attended 2. She's attended 2 meetings. Where has she attended those meetings? She's attended those meetings in her law firm. And who were the meetings with? They were with colleagues. Her colleagues, sus colegas. Her colleagues. 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 Es como una A descarada española. Colleagues, escrito, colleagues. Fíjate, practica eso un poco, porque se usa mucho la palabra colega. Aunque no usamos colega como aquí. Hola, colega, ¿qué tal? Es uno de, hey, colleague, no. My friend. Hola, amigo mío. Hello, my friend. So, she's attended 2 meetings with her colleagues in the law firm. She's gone to the courthouse, a los juzgados. She's gone, ha ido, she has gone. She's gone to the courthouse twice to defend 2 different labor cases. Qué pesado, que sí. It's a pain in the neck, un dolor en el cuello, no? It's a pain in the neck to go to the courthouse to defend 1 labor case, go back, and then go back to the courthouse a second time to defend a second labor case. Okay, well, she's gone to the courthouse twice, 2 times, to defend 2 different labor cases. And she's given a lecture. Los británicos dirían lecture. She has given, ha dado una conferencia, ha dictado una conferencia en la Universidad de Sevilla a estudiantes de primer año de Derecho. She's given a lecture. Los americanos decimos lecture, que es conferencia. Lecture, como I'm sure. ¿Estoy seguro? I'm sure. Lecture. Los británicos, lecture. Cha, mucho más che. Well, she's given a lecture on labor law. Derecho laboral. Labor law. Escrito labor. Labor law to first-year students. Second-year students? No, first-year students at the University of Seville. She's had to do all these things in a period of, I don't know, how long? Yes, in a period of 8 hours. That's physically impossible. Well, she's done it. Es un fenómeno esta mujer. Yeah, she's the real thing, yes. She's done. Escrito done. Bueno, aquí dice, ha tenido que hacer, Ojo. She's had to do. She has had to do. Ha tenido que hacer todo esto en solo 8 horas. She's had to do all these things in a period of 8 hours. Debido a esto, because of this, because of you, my romance, because of you. Mi madre cantaba eso cuando yo tenía 5 años. Because of you, mi romance. My mother always sang love songs when she was cleaning the house. And one was because of you. Por culpa tuya, no? Because of you. Okay, because of this, debido a esto, she hasn't had time, pobrecita, she hasn't had time to do 3 other things. 3 otras cosas que tenía que hacer, que no ha tenido tiempo. She hasn't had time to do 3 other things that need her attention. Wow. All right. She hasn't had time today to buy a birthday present for her boyfriend, Paco, for her boyfriend, cuyo cumpleaños, whose birthday is the day after tomorrow. Wow. She needs to buy a present, Today she hasn't had time to buy a birthday present, regalo de cumpleaños, for her boyfriend, whose birthday, happy birthday, whose birthday is the day after tomorrow. She hasn't had time either, tampoco, she hasn't had time either to make an appointment. Yeah. Concertar una cita is to make an appointment. To make an appointment with whom? With the dentist. What's the problem? She broke a crown. Yes, a crown. Corona real? No, corona dental. Yeah, es lo mismo en inglés, crown. She hasn't had time either to make an appointment with the dentist to repair. Reparar, no? To repair, to fix. To repair a crown that broke yesterday. All right. So, she's had 2 meetings with her colleagues. She's given a lecture in the university. And she's been in the courthouse twice speaking to the judge with a broken crown. All right. Finally, She hasn't had time to do the most important thing, lo más importante de todo. Lo más importante. La palabra lo solo existe en castellano. Yo creo que ningún otro idioma tiene ese concepto de lo. Lo bueno de esto, lo difícil de aquello, lo interesante de este libro, lo importante de lo que vamos a hacer hoy. Lo. Lo no existe en inglés. Hay que poner la cosa más importante, la cosa más curiosa, la cosa, the most important thing, the most difficult thing, the most interesting thing. Finally, she hasn't had time to do the most important thing, lo más importante, which is, la cual es, which. Por último, no ha tenido tiempo para hacer lo más importante, lo cual es. El cual es, which. She hasn't had time to do the most important thing, which is to talk to Francois Monet. Francois Monet, the young man from Paris, whom she met, whom con M, a quien conoció. Sin embargo, los nativos solemos decir who she met, who. Está mal, it's whom. Pero decimos todos who. Whom she met in the car accident, remember, 2 weeks ago. He left a message on her cell phone. Yes, he left a message on her cell phone. ¿Cuándo fue? Esta mañana, creo. Yeah, he left a message on her mobile phone. Los británicos dicen mobile, ¿eh? Nunca dicen cell. And the Americans, the opposite. They never say mobile. Everybody says cell. Similar to Latin America. He perdido mi celular. Y aquí mi móvil. ¿Dónde está mi móvil? ¿Dónde está mi celular? Lo he dejado en la mesa. All right. Okay. That's Mexican celular, right? In Argentina, yo he dejado aquí mi celular. Yo no sé dónde está. All right. With a Texas accent. All right. So he left a message on her mobile phone this morning mientras estaba ella en una de las reuniones esas. While. Yo aspiro un poco la WH. No todo el mundo lo hace. While. Yo puedo apagar velas diciendo mientras. While. So, he left a message on her mobile phone this morning while she was in one of the meetings in the law firm. She's tried 3 times today to call him. Excuse me. How many times has she tried to call him? She's tried to call him 3 times so far today. Wow. What's the problem? Well, his line is busy. His line is busy, yeah. Está apagado o fuera de cobertura. Te digo, está ocupado. La línea está comunicando, se dice aquí. Pero ya no se dice casi eso. But we say the line's busy. So he's talking to somebody on the phone, or he has silenced his telephone. Or silenced his telephone, or he has turned it off. Maybe he's turned it off. Turned it off. Which means maybe he's turned it off. Turned it off. Enlazo, turned it off. I don't know. But his line has been busy all day. Su línea ocupada, decimos. She's spoken to him twice. She's spoken to him. Enlazo la S. She's spoken. No digas, she's spoken. No, she's enlaza todo, mucho recorrido del sonido de S. She's spoken. La S de she's al final, con la S de spoken, como deslizar por la nieve de la S. She's spoken. She's spoken to him twice since the accident 2 weeks ago. And he's invited her to Paris. That's a bit fast and abrupt. He said, hello, Inés. ¿Tú conoces París? yo te invito a Paris. Paris. All right. He's invited her to Paris. Wow. What would you do? Would you go? All right. She spent, pasado simple aquí, pasó. She spent 3 days in Paris with her parents. Fíjate, Paris, parents. Mis padres comen peras en París. My parents eat pears in Paris. My parents never eat pears in London. My parents eat pears in Paris. Mis padres comen peras en París. Suena igual. La primera sílaba en cada palabra. Pears, Paris, parents. So, she spent 3 days in Paris with her parents when she was 11 years old. But, desde entonces, ¿cómo se dice? Since then, she hasn't had the opportunity to go back, to return. She hasn't had the opportunity to go back. She's been thinking about Francois in the last 2 weeks, and she's made the decision to learn French, to start learning French, empezar a aprender francés. She hasn't told her boyfriend anything yet. Poor Paco, I have a feeling, me da la premonición, me da la sensación. I have the feeling that she's going to leave Paco and start a relationship maybe with Francois. I have the feeling. What do you think? I've never met Paco personally. I've met Francois. He's a very, very nice man, very intelligent, very pleasant. He's not the most exciting person in the world. Exciting means emocionante. He's a bit formal. He's very responsible. Very handsome. Handsome is apuesto, muy gallardo, muy guapo. He's very handsome. Handsome, escrito como mano y alguno, handsome. Handsome es lo que es atractivo masculino más que femenino. Handsome. He's very handsome. He's very responsible. He's very intelligent. But maybe he's not the most fun person in the world. I don't know. Because he's very responsible. And Inés is a bit crazy. All right. Like a good Sevillana, okay. Yes, but in any case, we'll see. Ya veremos. Es we will see. Pero siempre se hace una contracción. La expresión en español, bueno, pues ya veremos. Ya veremos. Con el paso del tiempo ya iremos viendo. Ya veremos. We'll see. Will. Suena will como suena exactamente como el verbo auxiliar will del futuro, but it's we apostrophe LL. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. She hasn't told her boyfriend anything yet. I think she should tell Paco. I think she should tell Paco. I think she should break up. But first she needs to buy a birthday present, right? So, Inés, she's had a busy day today. She's done a lot of things. But there are 3 things that she hasn't done. But what has she done? What has she done today? Claro, today es un periodo de tiempo que todavía vigente, que no ha terminado. Podremos hablar mañana de esto, todo en el pasado. Inés Garcia had a difficult day yesterday. She attended 2 meetings. She went to the courthouse twice. But 3 things she didn't do. She didn't buy a present for Paco. She didn't call. She didn't manage to talk. No logró hablar con. She didn't manage to talk to Francois Monet. And she didn't go to the dentist, or she didn't make an appointment. But we're not talking about yesterday, we're talking about today. Y claro, al tratarse un periodo de tiempo aún en vigor, presente perfecto, se une el pasado con el presente. So, she's had a very busy day. She's attended 2 meetings. She's gone to the university to give a lecture. She's, I forget what else. There's one more thing. She's gone to the courthouse to defend 2 cases. She's attended 2 meetings. and she's given a lecture in the university. And the three things she hasn't done is she hasn't spoken to Francois. She hasn't made an appointment with the dentist. And she hasn't bought a birthday present for Paco, her boyfriend. She's tried to call Francois 3 times, but his line has been busy all day. Since 2 weeks ago, if you remember, they had a traffic accident. And since then, they've spoken twice, I think. Yeah, they've spoken twice. Está implícito, they've spoken to each other. Se han hablado el uno con el otro. They've spoken to each other, or they've spoken, simplemente. They've spoken twice since the accident. And Francois has invited her to Paris. Francois has invited her to Paris. But she hasn't given him an answer yet. Apparently, I think she hasn't. No lo dice. It doesn't say. Let's see. She's spoken to him twice since the accident, and he's invited her to Paris. It doesn't say if she has accepted the offer. It doesn't say. And it doesn't say, well, no, it doesn't say. So we don't know. We don't know. No dice que lo ha aceptado. O sea, el texto. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It says that she's spoken to him twice since the accident. It also says that he's invited her to Paris. So it says they've spoken twice, and it says he's invited her to Paris. But it doesn't say if she's accepted the invitation. I mean, in your case, would you go to Paris? Would you accept? Condicional, por aquí. All right. So, she's only been to Paris once. She's only been to Paris once. She went there, she went with her parents when she was a little girl, when she was only 11 years old. And she spent, I don't know, how many days? How many days? Let's see. It says, ¿qué es lo que dice aquí? What does it say? Let's see. It says in the fifth line from the bottom, here I don't know. It says, let's see, the next to last line. Yes. It says, no, the fourth line from the bottom on the right. The fourth line from the bottom. It says she spent 3 days in Paris. So it says she spent 3 days. It doesn't say that she spent 4. And she spent 3 days in Paris with her parents when she was only 11 years old. So probably she doesn't remember. Well, now she's 24. So that was 13 years ago. She went to Paris with her parents. 13 years ago. She remembers, of course, the Eiffel Tower. She remembers the Sacré-Cœur, Sagrado Corazón. She remembers the river and the bridges. She remembers the Louvre. She remembers the Arc of Triumph. And she remembers the Latin Quarter, el Barrio Latino, Quartier Latin. She remembers the Latin Quarter. But she doesn't remember many things. So she's thinking about accepting the offer. Yes. But first she needs to buy a birthday present for Paco. Second, she needs to go to the dentist to get her crown repaired. She can't go to Paris with a broken crown. And third, she needs to do something else that I can't remember. She has forgotten 3 things. I've forgotten 3 things. The crown, the birthday present, and of course, to talk to Francois Monet. And she hasn't spoken to him today. She's spoken to him twice. how many times has she spoken to Francois since the accident? She's spoken to him twice. You know, they had the car accident. They did the paperwork, and then they had a coffee. And that was it. Ya está. That was it. Ya estaba. Ya era la cosa. But then, since then, they've spoken only twice. So really, in total, they've spoken 3 times. Once having a coffee together, and twice on the telephone. And already, Francois has invited her to Paris. Is that normal? Or do you think Francois is moving too fast? Well, I don't know. It's not my decision, but we'll find out in future episodes, okay? See you tomorrow.